Hey, happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday. The big headline for this Wednesday is winter weather, okay? We're watching the West Coast for that winter weather as we have back-to-back rounds of storms over the next few days. It's going to bring some heavy rain and some snow to especially some of the higher elevations, but to a good portion of the West Coast. Washington, Oregon, California, just going to get soaked over the next few days. We are watching for blizzard conditions in the northern plains, so we're talking North Dakota, all the way off to the Midwest today. That's going to reduce our visibility in this area, so maybe some tricky travel if you're doing some really early Thanksgiving travel here. And then we have that winter weather that is not just staying in the west, but traveling to the east as well. We have winter weather, snow arriving in the Appalachians by the end of the week, okay? So we're starting to get into some of those more powerful cold fronts that's going to bring us that snow and winter conditions. Okay, let's get into our storm reports that we saw yesterday. We had one wind report down in Louisiana, which I think was left over actually from Monday. Other than that, we were pretty quiet out there. No severe weather reports. We did see some winter weather reports, however, up in the Dakotas yesterday, seeing a good amount of snow up there. Some snow blowing across the roads, low visibility for some, especially in North Dakota. And then we've got a mix of snow and rain out to the west. Now that's what we're going to see today as well, okay? So there's all that wet weather out to the west. We also had some showers and storms out to the south and east. Alrighty, are you ready? Here comes winter. Yesterday we saw those temperatures above average out to the above average out to the east, but then below average out to the west. Today, look at that colder air moving to the east, okay? Temperatures are right at average or just a bit below here in Oklahoma. So that cooler air is starting to move to the east, slowly but surely. So let's take a look at your forecast for today. Okay, we've got a little front, you can see that, out to the east here, bringing some showers and storms off into Michigan, Ohio. Nothing severe today, nothing severe tomorrow either. We're getting into some of those cooler temperatures where severe weather just doesn't have a good chance to form. We've got a few showers down out in Florida as well. And then there's all of that activity off to the west coast, okay? Washington, Oregon, California already getting soaked this morning and early afternoon. So that's what they're dealing with not only today, but also tomorrow and most likely Friday as well. Temperatures are a little bit cooler out here. We're in the 40s and 50s. We warm up just a bit as you head farther to the south into the 50s here in Oklahoma City, just about average for this time of the year. Taking a look at that future radar. Have you seen this on your news feed? Have you seen this on your social media feed? A bomb cyclone. What does that mean? That means a rapidly intensifying cyclone, low pressure system that has to intensify or drop that pressure 24 millibars in 24 hours. What does that mean for you? I know that was a lot of science jargon there. What does that mean for you? This is going to be a powerful storm, okay? Just the word bomb cyclone really brings the power into the storm. You can tell that this is going to be a powerful storm. You can see it cycling out in the Pacific right now. You can see how much water and moisture it's bringing to the west coast, okay? Not only today, but also for tomorrow. We're calling this back-to-back powerful storms. What are the impacts? So what does that actually mean for you here at the ground level? We're going to see some flood concerns, okay? It's a level 3 today. Going to tomorrow, it's a level 4. Going to Friday, a level 2 flood concern. This is life-threatening flood conditions for some people out in California. This is the northern side of California here. What we're watching for are potential mudslides and rock slides in this area as this water slowly starts to loosen up all of the dirt and the gravel over here. You're going to start to see some landslides here. You can see just how much water we're getting over the next few days on the west coast. Moving a bit to the east here, into the northern plains, we've got those showers, those snow showers continuing today and into the evening hours. It's not just snow up here, but it's also that high wind. We saw some pretty impressive wind gusts out in South Dakota yesterday, those getting up to 50, 60 plus miles an hour. So you've got the wind, you've got the snow. As that's blowing across the road, that's going to make for some very low visibility conditions, low, poor travel conditions, okay? Dangerous travel conditions for some. So what we call this is near blizzard conditions. Blizzard doesn't mean that you're getting a ton of snow. It means that it's low visibility. You cannot see less than a mile in front of you. So that's what we're watching today, anywhere from Minnesota all the way up to North Dakota. You go a little bit farther to the east, you're getting some of that cold rain along the east coast. Moving a little bit farther here, you can see that some of that snow is trying to dip down south of the Midwest, okay? Here's your snowfall totals over the next few days. You can see that we've got some pretty widespread, decent amount of snowfall totals, sometimes getting up into the upper teens and low 20s in some of our upper elevations. So we're talking about the mountaintops here coated with snow, preparing for great skiing weather as we head into the winter months. But for now, it's causing some poor travel conditions out to the west. There's that snow that we're getting over the next few days in the northern plains and into the Midwest. And could we even get some snow as far as the East Coast down in the Appalachians? It's definitely possible, especially as we head into the later portion of the work week. Now, I know what a lot of people are thinking. Okay, snow this week, sure, but what about Thanksgiving? I have that Thanksgiving forecast. Give me just a minute and we'll get there. Let's talk temperatures first, okay? We've got the 30s out in the Midwest, so definitely snow temperatures. However, during the daytime, it could melt a little bit. Temperatures waking up on Friday morning here in Oklahoma, we are also down into the 30s. You're probably going to want to cover your plants tomorrow morning and Friday morning, so do that tonight. If you already didn't last night, because it was pretty cold this morning. I don't know if we got down into the low 30s or not, but it's just that time of the year where you should start to get into the habit of covering those outdoor plants. 30s here in Kansas City by Friday morning, 29 up in Rapid City. Friday afternoon, temperatures start to warm up just a little bit for our southern states. Perfect timing for the OU Alabama game on Saturday. Okay, that's a late game. I think it starts at 6:30, 6 o'clock? 7 o'clock, it's somewhere in there. Look it up, Google it. But temperatures on Saturday look really nice. 64 during the day. The low Saturday night into Sunday morning is in the 50s. It's gonna be a really nice game. For the outdoor games, for the late season games that we've had at OU this year, we've had some pretty decent weather for most of them. All right, let's get into your Thanksgiving week now. 25th through the 29th, still temperatures are below average out to the west, temperatures above average out to the east. Again, how do you read this map? You see this map all over social media. This is your likelihood for above average or below average temperatures. So you've got a pretty decent likelihood to be below 51. 51 is your average high out in Denver. You've got a pretty decent likelihood to be right at 59 here in Oklahoma City. Very, very similar, right at 46 in Chicago. However, temperatures are above average the farther east that you go. What about that rainfall? Well, for a very, very dry October, it looks like the pattern is changing for November. As we head into the end of November, those rainfall totals are going to still stay above average, especially out in the Four Corners and then out to the east, just to the west of the Appalachians. So what we're watching for here is this wet pattern to continue. We're probably still going to see those heavy rains and even snow as we head into the later portion of November. All right, I told you I would have your Thanksgiving forecast. Here we go. Where did we see all of that rain, the above average rainfall totals? That would be out to the east, anywhere from the eastern side of Texas all the way up to Ohio. This is your Thanksgiving week here. Heavy snow from Denver into Montana, still keeping that heavy snow in the upper elevations, anywhere from Washington down to northern and central California. The Midwest will also continue to see snow, heavy snow that could cause some travel troubles for your Thanksgiving week. I think we're also seeing way below average temperatures up to the north as well. What does this mean for places like Oklahoma? It means that we're pretty average right in here. What you would normally see this time of the year is probably what you're going to see next week as well. Richard, I see your comment on here. Good game, nice and cool too. Perfect home game. I think you're talking about the OU game, right? Temperatures in the 60s on Saturday for a late November game. Hey, we'll take it. I can remember some Bedlam games whenever it was icing and sleeting on us in the stands. So I'm glad that we're not having this. We'll take the 60s any day over that ice. Alrighty, thanks for joining us on our forecast today. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. We, of course, will be posting more weather updates on those platforms. And if you're interested in a wind, hail, or tornado map, give us a call at 855-334-4245 or email us at info@hailtrace.com. Also head over to our website. We've got a lot more information on there for you. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday. We'll see you back here same time, same place tomorrow.